Last week, the S&P 500 rallied 3.5%. We're seeing record amounts of money flowing into tech stocks, and even Warren Buffett's company is doing the most buying it's done in the last 3 years. I'm a professional engineer and I've been day trading and investing in the stock market for the past 4+ years. And in this video, I'll be going over the key economic events to pay attention to, along with the stocks that I am watching, so that you do not miss out on the opportunities that are present in the market. All right, so let's look at the economic calendar coming into this week, Monday, August 10th to Friday, August 14th. The day you want to pay attention to is Wednesday. We have consumer inflation data at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time before the market opens. So we'll see that data and see how the market reacts to it. And then on Thursday at 8:30 a.m. as well, we have PPI, which is from the producer's perspective, inflation data. You want to watch to see if it comes within the forecasted figures. And on Friday, we have data when the market is open at 10 a.m. Eastern time. You want to pay attention to the consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. The preliminary numbers are important because that's the first one that comes out and the market will be paying attention to it. Now we're going to move on and look at the stocks that we're watching this coming week. Now, before I get into the names that I'm watching, I just want to show you this graph that shows the record amount of inflow that is coming into tech funds in 2026. We have 216 billion according to Bank of America. This is a lot of money compared to 2025, where we were just shy of $90 billion. A lot of money is coming into tech. How does this end? We don't know, but we can make a plan, see what the chart is telling us, and trade accordingly and manage our investments accordingly. Now, if you're not subscribe to this channel, please do me a favor and click the subscribe button so that I can continue to bring these videos to you every week. Thank you so much. Now let's get right into the stocks that I'm going to be watching. Let's look at SPY. What is going on here? So last week we saw a strong push. Within 3 days we created new all-time highs and we rallied up to this high here at 776.85. Now, if SPY is able to finally break above Friday's high right here, the next possible level it could gravitate to is to revisit these highs from Wednesday last week. If SPY is able to then hold above the highs from last week Wednesday, SPY could end up pushing into 780 and above. Now, but if we end up seeing SPY break down and we fail this 768.53 level, which is the low from Thursday, SPY will most likely come down into this previous all-time high level right here at 758.58 for a retest. And if buyers are able to still hold it, then we could see a reversal back and then we can continue to gravitate higher. If buyers do not show up, we could end up breaking down to even revisit 750. Now, let's look at QQQ. What is it saying? QQQ is yet to make new all-time highs because in July, tech sector was weak. We didn't see a lot of strength in tech, but let's see if August changes that tone. Now, if QQQ is able to get above this 728 highs from last week, 730s is in the cards, and then it can eventually start to fill this gap at 735.76. If QQQ ends up breaking down and failing this support area it has at 707.53, then it would most likely come down to fill this gap at 700. If 700 fails to hold, 690s is possible and even 685. So that's something to watch out for. We're at a point where QQQ could either just hold strong and then continue to make new highs and maybe create a new all-time high in August. But if it does not hold key levels, we would probably fail back down and continue lower. As usual, I'll be updating those in my free community as to what I'm watching and how we're going to trade it. So now, next name on the list is SpaceX. There's a lot of chatter about SpaceX merging with Tesla, whatever, but let's see what happened with SpaceX, especially after it reported good earnings last week. SpaceX held key support levels that you can see right here, and it started to show change of character, and let's see if it can actually build and hold strong. As you can see, on Friday we saw a lot of strength to end the day, and now the real test is if it can reclaim the IPO low level, which was 135. So where did I get 135? Right here. This was the low from the day IPO'd on June 12th. So if SpaceX is able to reclaim that level, we might start to then see buyers push it up into 137.76 area, 139.34, and 140s. So that's what I'm watching for this name. If SpaceX ends up failing 124.25, it could head back down into this range area, this support levels that it had right here. And if it fails this support level, it would just come down into price discovery mode. And in that case, you leave it alone until it finds a base. The next name on the list is Tesla. Tesla has been holding strong and finding buyers slowly, but it's not yet out of the woods because it is still right in the range of the earnings breakdown. When Tesla had earnings and failed lower, we saw that selling continued into this 300s area. Now, where does Tesla go from here? If Tesla is able to hold above Friday's highs, the next possible level it could gravitate to is this 341.33, 342 area. If Tesla is able to then hold above this area, then it's entering a gap fill territory. This big gap it would have to fill, but it is not out of the woods, because if it ends up coming up here, yes, buyers will step off and push up price here, but sellers can still push price lower around the supply level. So if you're going to be buying Tesla, be careful of resistance, right? Careful of where sellers could step in around this 340 area, and another area they could step up is around this 368 area as well. But it doesn't mean that you should not buy. If you see strength on a daily basis and Tesla's holding strong and it meets the criteria for a day trade towards the upside, you can still trade it towards the upside. Now, what we should pay attention to is if Tesla ends up failing this 321 level, it would most likely come down to 315, and if 315 fails, then Tesla will most likely head back down into this 300 range. Now, what's the next name on the list? Nvidia. Nvidia has been showing strength, and we talked about it several weeks ago when it was still around this 390 level, and I said if it continues to hold and it builds up higher, I continue to show you the levels that I wanted it to hold, and so far it's been holding nicely. Where does Nvidia go from here? Especially because it reports earnings on August 26th, I believe. We could see a run up into earnings if Nvidia is able to hold above last week's highs of 224.76. There's room to 225.37, 226.60s, and even 228 area right here. If Nvidia is able to then hold above this 228.68 area, Nvidia has nice room to 232, and at that point I believe that all-time highs would definitely be in play on this day because it has a gap to fill at this 235.47 area. Nvidia looks strong. As of right now, I'm not looking for downside plays on Nvidia because it's showing some strength and it's holding up nicely. Next name on the list is Apple. Apple reported earnings, and as expected, it sold off because yes, Apple has been strong, creating new all-time highs. But where does it go from here? Apple right now is just trying to see if we can then fill the gap from earnings. What do I want to see? I want to see if Apple is able to get above this 316.29. If Apple is able to hold above that level, 319.38 is possible. And if 319.38 is possible, then Apple could end up moving into this 329 area, and then it could end up filling that gap from the earnings day at 335. So Apple has a long way to go, but right now it's just really moving slowly and chopping. Where I'll be looking for downside is if this 305.66 fails, and then Apple will most likely gravitate down to 300. And if 300 fails to hold again on Apple, there is room back down here to this 293.68 level. That's something to pay attention to on Apple. As usual, I'll be updating those in my community on a daily basis as to what I'm watching. Now, last name on the list is Intel. Intel saw a lot of selling, but right now it looks like it's trying to find a base. But where do we want to get interested? I want to see if Intel is able to hold above 103.66 for a chance to move into 106.36 area. If 106 holds, then 109 is possible. If Intel ends up failing 94 again, it most likely will come back down to fill the gap at this 91 area. That's what I'm watching on Intel. As usual, I'll be updating those in my free community. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week for a brand new video. If you're not subscribed, please do so that I can continue to bring these videos to you every week and help me grow my channel.